Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Over the next couple of weeks I'm going to start uploading some shorter videos, so if you're finding it hard to get a full hour's practice in, you can slot these little short videos into any part of your day, and you might even want to, over the next couple of weeks, slot the videos, the shorter videos, together to make a longer practice. So there's going to be not so much pranayama work, not so much meditation. I'm going to leave the ball in your court with that. So if you wanted to do a little bit of breath work before you press play on the video, perfect. And if you wanted to lay in Shavasana for longer after the practice, then that's also perfect. But this is more of a physical practice for you to slot into any part of your day. So bring a nice big smile to your face. This is a lovely gentle flow today, only a couple of down dogs, plenty of time to sort of feel all of the shapes. So when you're ready, we're going to come through to tabletop position. So knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders, a nice long spine. Don't rush getting there, take your time. But when you are there, go through your very own cat-cow, and this is where you're going to sync up the breath straight away. So dropping the belly on an inhale, letting the heart open forward, the glance goes up to the top edge of the mat, and then on an exhale, round through, tailbone touch, chin to chest, shoulders left to right. Lovely, big inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, chin to chest, and I'm going to leave it with you, just a couple of rounds here. Syncing up with your breath, so one breath, one move. Take your time, starting to really warm up into the practice by marrying that breath and the movement. So rather than focusing on the breath straight away, we want to focus on the movement and the breath straight away. This is your pranayama work. So place total concentration on the breath. Connect. Maybe deepen the inhale. Maybe exaggerate the exhale and exaggerate the movement. Lovely, two more. Don't rush the breaths. Take time with the breaths. Lovely, then find a nice neutral spine. We're going to go straight into it. So tuck your toes under, connect to your belly, so draw your belly in and up, and then lift your knees for hovering table here. So the knees, it's just a small movement off of the mat, but the neck, the spine are still nice and long. The belly's starting to warm up here. Don't let the breath start to panic, let the breaths be long. Lovely, deep breath in. Exhale, release the knees, bring the big toes to touch, knees as wide as your mat. Sit back, child's pose. Let the heart gently melt down, then the forehead down, and relax through the shoulders. And if the forehead doesn't quite touch the mat, two fists together, forehead, third eye, onto those fists. So just notice the energy starting to travel around the body. And then take a deep breath in, come all the way back through to tabletop position, tuck your toes under. Lengthen through the back, draw your tummy in, press into every single finger, and then hovering table. Lovely. Remember, it's just a small move, it's not a big move. Shoulders away from the ears, tummy draws in. Don't let the breath panic. Big, long, deep breaths. Start to welcome that little heat, that gentle shake. Lovely. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly release the knees. Big toes to touch, knees as wide as the mat. Left hand's going to come to the center of the mat. Inhale as you reach the right hand all the way up or to wherever your twist is, meeting your appropriate edge here. The glance looks up towards that right hand. Beautiful, deep breath in. Exhale, slowly release. Bring your knees back under your hips, wrists under your shoulders, tuck your toes, connect to that belly again, drawing the belly in and up. When you're ready, hovering table, lifting the knees. Beautiful, breathe. See if you can draw the shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful, 2 more big breaths here. And then on that last exhale, release the knees. Big toes to touch, knees as wide as the mat. Right hand comes to the middle of the mat, left hand opens up. Watch as that left hand floats up to wherever is comfortable for you. Shoulders away from the ears, lovely, breathe. And then slowly release. Beautiful, sit yourself back, wide child's pose, or if this isn't a great shape for your body, find a shape that is. Heart melts down, forehead melts down, shoulders relax. And then from here, just take with your forehead and chest relaxed down, just take a gentle sway in the hips here. Just tick-tocking those hips left to right. Finding that nice gentle movement that feels really good for you. And if you're just craving that moment of stillness, don't feel that you have to move. Connecting back to the breath. Lovely, deep breath in. As you exhale, come all the way back up, tabletop position. Knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Take your time to set yourself up. Drawing the tummy in, lovely, pressing into all of the fingertips here. Trying not to collapse into our space, pressing the mat away, heart space in between the shoulders. From here, you're going to take that right leg nice and long, toes onto the floor. Just take a moment, press the heel back. Getting into the hamstrings, the calves, the Achilles, the heel, perhaps down the back of the foot. Thinking of a nice long line from heel to crown of the head. Taking a moment again to connect to the breath. And then on your next big exhale, bring that right leg through for a lunge. Just step it through, getting there nice and easy. Making any adjustments that you need, so shoulders away from the ears. If you need to bring that left knee back a little bit, you can. Remember, front ankle and front knee in nice alignment here. And then take any gentle movement that you want. So again, moving into the hips, but we're not dumping our weight into the hips, we're still lifting up. We've got a little bit of strength within the hips and the glutes. The pelvis isn't too heavy and dragging us down. Beautiful, just breathing here. And then settle into this lunge. So find just a moment of stillness. Let the chest lift, heart open, shoulders draw down and away, crown of the head lifts. And from here, you're going to bring that right hand in to the instep of the right foot, and then just walk that right foot out a little bit, so it gives you a little bit more space in the hips, and you're able to get your wrists under your shoulders. Lovely, lift the chest, take a moment. And then let that right hand open all the way up. And we're going to take this right hand and place the right palm just on the lower back, the right lower back here. And then let the heart spiral up and open towards the right top corner of the mat. Lift the chin a little bit here, get a little bit of an opening. A nice stretch on the inner thigh. Thinking of a lovely long puppy belly here. So really lifting that heart. Beautiful, take a deep breath in here, and then as you exhale, bring that right foot back in, use the hands to frame that right foot and step back to tabletop position. Good, take a moment, set yourself up, and then when you're there, left foot goes all the way back, press into the toes so you get that nice length down the back of the left leg. If you've been doing lots of walking or gardening or lots of running, if you picked up your running while the gyms have been closed, then you'll really feel this stretch. So take a moment, don't rush through it, don't just use it as a transition, use it as a shape in itself. And then on your next big exhale, bring that left foot through for a lunge. Set yourself up. Remember, this is nice and gentle, so we're not going to rush from one shape to the other. Take your time. And when you're there, nice movements. Whatever movement feels good, and it won't necessarily be the same as it was on the other side. Your body's great at telling you what it needs, so listen and then follow. Using the breath, those nice deep breaths. Then when you're ready, nice lunge, heart opens up, shoulders sink down and away, crown of the head lifts, light on the fingertips or the hands, so you're not dumping or crashing your weight into the fingertips or the hands. Lovely, then left hand comes to the inside of that left foot and the left foot walks out just a little bit. Lift the chest, so we sort of pause here in this lizard variation. We're not taking this shape any further today. Just making sure that that right wrist is under that right shoulder. Left hand opens up and then left palm to the lower back. Scoop the chest up here. So think almost cobra in the back. The hips are nice and open here. You should really feel a nice opening on the inner thighs. Nice long belly. Chin can lift. Take a moment, don't rush it. Beautiful, deep breath in, and then as you exhale, bring that left foot in, frame that foot, step back, tabletop position. Good. Don't rush this moment, so set up a tabletop position before we go into the next shape. Take whatever movement you need. If you need to come off the wrists and take circles, you can. And then from here, drop the elbows to where the hands are. The hands are towards the top of the mat here, so think two nice long lines from elbow to fingertips. And then walk the knees back just a little bit, knees in line with the elbows, and then the feet follow the knees. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, sink your heart down to the earth, hips up to the sky. Maybe the chin comes down to the earth, maybe the forehead does. Maybe you're just hovering here, working on opening through your shoulders. Wherever you are, just pause and breathe. See if you can shine the tailbone up towards the sky just a little bit more. See if you can lengthen down the belly just a little bit more. Be with the breath. So even though we've not done any pranayama work, we've still got focus and connection with the breath. Maybe you get a nice movement through the hips, stretching down the side body. Maybe that isn't for you today, so you just pause. Lovely, then everyone take a good look at the top edge of your mat. Slide through onto your belly, elbows under the shoulders. Sphinx pose, so press into the top of the feet. press into the pubic bone and then lift the chest. Let the weight go into the elbows here. Shoulders draw down the back body, heart lifts towards the top edge of the mat. You can take a soft look over one shoulder and then the other, your choice. You might want to get a little bit of movement through the neck, maybe dropping the chin to the chest, drawing the shoulders away. So really make this slow, gentle, mindful practice your own today by taking whatever you need in the shapes that I guide you through. Beautiful, 2 more breaths here. And then slowly release the forehead back down to the earth. You're going to press yourself back up to tabletop position. And again, don't bypass this shape. Take your time. Set up tabletop. Tuck your toes under. And then slowly as you can, lift yourself up to a nice down dog position. And I'm going to give you lots of rounds of breath here, finding any movement that feels good. So maybe you pedal out through the heels. We've done this loads, so I really just want to leave it up to you. The movement doesn't just have to be through the feet, it can be through the arms, the head, the neck, the hips, anything. Perhaps you bend both knees. Lovely. Then from here, let the heels become heavy. Press into the fingertips, soften the elbows, shoulders away from the ears. And then slowly, slowly descend all the way back down to tabletop position. So make any adjustments that you need. So if you need to bring your wrists back and your knees back so they're in a nice alignment, do so. Tummy draws in. Right leg goes long, this time off of the floor. Flex the toes down towards the floor here. So press the heel away. You'll start to feel a little bit of connection with the hamstrings, the glutes. Press the mat away, draw the tummy up. Lovely, deep breath in, and as you exhale, draw knee and nose together. A big squeeze here through the abdominals, squeeze and lift. Press the mat away, don't rush, welcome the warmth, welcome the shake, and then bring it all the way back through for your lunge. Beautiful, find your growth here. Squeeze the hips together, draw the tummy in. You can be with back toes curled under or top of the foot onto the floor, your choice. But when you're ready, big inhale, big reach up. See if you can stack here, so squeeze and lift. Don't dump your weight into your pelvis. Shoulders away from the ears. Take up room, so we don't have to be tight together here. We can find a little bit of fluidity, a little bit of space. We're not tight and rigid in this, it's your flow. Lovely, wiggle the fingers and then bring those hands to the inside of that right foot. Walk that right foot out. Maybe you walk that left knee back. Squeeze that right knee into the right shoulder. And then big inhale, right hand rises. This time fingertips to the ceiling. Lovely, shoulders pull away from the ears. Use your breath. And then on your next exhale, float that right hand down to frame that right foot. Peel your hips back, half splits. Hips go back and up. Right toes towards the face. The back is nice and flat here. You might even choose to look forward. Peel that right hip crease back, keep the knee nice and soft, and then exhale, release that all the way, the forehead all the way down to the calf, or to the shin, sorry. Beautiful, breathe. Keep peeling that right hip crease back, so don't let it come forward, don't lose connection in this shape. Lovely, then look towards the top edge of your mat, roll through that front foot, plant your palms, step yourself back, tabletop position, tuck your toes under and then lift all the way back up, down dog, where you find that nice movement again. Maybe you look at your feet this time, how are they moving? Can you see a pattern in the way you move? Can you perhaps think about another way to work? And then start to get the hands involved here as well. Rotating through the wrists. Lovely, deep breath in as you find that moment of stillness. Hips up to the sky, tummy drawn in, shoulders away from the ears, elbows soft. And on your next exhale, float the knees down, tabletop position. Beautiful. Set yourself up again. And then this time, left leg goes nice and long. Beautiful. Press the heel away. Flex the toes down towards the floor. Start to feel that hamstring, glute, tummy, all the muscles that wrap around. Starting to work. Again, we're not collapsing into the mat here. We're not collapsing into one wrist or the other. We're pressing the mat away. Lovely. Deep breath in. And then bring knee and nose together. Squeeze and lift. Tummy draws in. Think cat pose here as you round through the back. And then step through for your lunge. Beautiful. Take your time. Find the best position for you. So your position might not look like mine. Lovely. Deep breath in. Big inhale. Big reach up. Beautiful. Find that strength. So squeeze your glutes in. You're lifting up here. We're not dumping down. Opening the shoulders. Palms facing towards one another. Beautiful. Breathe deep. And then on your next exhale, hands come to the inside of that left foot. We walk the left foot out just a little bit. Pause here in this lovely lizard variation. Perhaps walking the knee back, drawing the shoulders down and away. Right hand under right shoulder and then a nice big open here. Left fingers up. We watch as the fingers rise towards the sky. Chest open. The shoulders aren't sneaking up towards the ears. Beautiful. Slowly, slowly release. Frame that left foot. Sit your hips back and up. Back nice and flat here. Toes towards the face. Draw that left hip crease back. Left knee nice and soft. This might be plenty for you, but if you want a little bit more, find a little bit of release. Your choice. Connecting back to the breath. Then roll through that front foot, plant your palms, step yourself back to tabletop position, and then slowly, slowly lower all the way down to your tummy, forehead kisses the earth. You're going to come onto the tops of your feet here and press into the tops of your feet. Wrists under the shoulders, sorry, hands under the shoulders, tuck your chin ever so slightly, and then on an inhale, lift your upper body. A gentle pressure into the hands here. We don't want to muscle up to this shape. We want to use a little bit of strength in the back body, keeping that chin tucked just for the moment. Lovely, breathe. You should feel that nice belly breath in this cobra position. So your body should rise and fall with the breath. You can start to lengthen through the chin, perhaps take your glance forward just for a moment. Make sure you're pressing into the tops of your feet. Beautiful. Deep inhale and then exhale. Forehead kisses the earth. Sit yourself back to tabletop position. And then all the way through to child's pose, your version. Heart melts down, forehead melts down, and then take a moment here to connect back to your breath. And when you've softened into this shape, just be with your thoughts and your breath. Whatever thoughts arise, whether they're comfortable or uncomfortable thoughts, can you sit with them for just a minute or two? If you have time, you can stay a little bit longer, but if you have to get on with the rest of your day, namaste.